Looking for a really awesome and amazing graphic designer? How about an illustrator or a photographer? This is Rainey Roberts, and I wanted to tell you how you can get my designer, illustrator husband, Scotty Roberts, to work for you on your project. Do you have an awesome self-published book but no cover, or even worse, a cover that really sucks? Do you need a kick-ass logo for your company or some f***ing awesome graphic designs for your ads or website? Then get in touch with my husband for the best f***ing awesome kick-ass design and illustration. He knows his stuff, and he's been at this for more years than I've been alive. Go to scottallenroberts.com. That's Scott with 2 T's, ALANROBERTS.com to take a look at his online portfolio of work, or call 651-468-8115. Now go out and kick some ass with some kick-ass graphic design.
Hire my dad, so he can take me to Disneyland.
You're listening to the Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent Talk.
Hey folks, welcome to the program. This is Scotty Roberts. This is my show, of course, the Intrepid radio program right here on the Odyssey Radio Network. That's ODYSY1.com. Come on over, see all the goodness that's Odyssey Radio. Check out the schedule. You'll see the whole lineup of shows over there, and you'll see how many times per day you can see repeat, easy for me to say, repeat broadcasts of this program. They're currently playing archives from over the last 2 years, really a year and a half up until February. And pretty soon we're going to start live broadcasting over there again, along with this show here on my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Mr. Scotty Roberts, where all of you are already joining over there in the chat room. And I appreciate you all being here. And Brianna Learman, I see you there. I thought you guys were gone. They dropped off the kids, our neighbors John and Bree, for a few days at their grandma's. They are like swinging singles. Well, maybe that's a bad term. They are like people without babies, people without kids. There you go. So good to see you. I'm glad you're spending your free time here with me. And say hey to John. Rock and Rhonda, good to see you. I yelled it out because I wasn't sure if you were going to be in the chat room for very long when I saw you over there. And so I want to welcome everybody for being here. I saw Roger Rabbit is here. Happy Thursday. He says, Intrepid family, hope you have all had a wonderful day. Kinsey had a monumental day, so I'm full of joy this evening. That is fantastic and great to hear, Brother Roger. I'm glad things are going all right over on the rabbit front. And Barbie D, nice to see you as always. And Matthew Sainsbury, good to see you tonight, brother. Glad you're here. And who else we got in here? We got Brianna. We saw Brianna. Bree. For all of those who don't know her, it's pronounced Brianna. And she's in the chat room. And who else we got? We got everybody that I'm seeing so far. Rhonda's here. Ryan Gale taken in on down to Scotty Town. There it is. There's probably a lyric to or a lilt to that that I missed in my faulty reading. So there you go. Doug Stack, good to see you, brother. Hope your business is doing well. Selling tires. I was drinking a fat tire the other night, and I thought of you. So not the fat part, the tire part, because you're no longer fat. You've lost like 2 people already off of your body, and I'm so proud of you, brother. And Susie Q, good to see you and your awesomeness tonight. Glad you made it in. And everybody that's going to be filtering in, we got a whole lot more people in the wings watching than there are here in the chat room. You're all welcome to come into the chat room. Check it out. And if you are not a member of this channel on my YouTube, go ahead and join it. Hit the join button down below. And you too can become a member. But as always, remember, show is always free. free to everybody. So if you want to be a member and help support the channel, it'll cost you $2, $5, or $15 a month, depending on what level you want to come in. And so you can go over there and take a look at that. So I want to thank you all for being here. Doug Stack says, what did you just say? You should see me now. Almost 75 pounds lost since you last saw me at the beginning of May. End of April, beginning of May. Wow, Doug. That's fantastic. That's amazing. Hats off to you, brother. If I had a hat on, wait. I can put a hat on. How about this? How about this one? This is sitting right here. There you go. There's my Trump 2020 hat. So, boom. Taking my hat off to you, Doug. And glad that you are doing so well with that. And Alan Stiles, good to see you, brother. I'm so glad you're here tonight. And this is what's nice about doing the live show. I can say hi to everybody. Pretty soon, I may have to start doing some pre-recorded shows. We'll have to see how we get set up for Odyssey again here in the near future. Something I've put off way too long. Some of it's just tech and have to do all the tech junk. I need a producer. I need somebody, an engineer, somebody who I can click the button on my chair and say, Scotty, what's going on down there? And so who else did I see? Matthew Finn, good to see you. Master Finn, Brother Finn. I saw Dave Potter, Uncle Dave. He's Uncle Dave to everybody here now. So you can just call him Uncle Dave. Brianna said, hey, that's my hat. Yeah. She asked for it. I gave it to her because I had this one. This is my collector's item hat. And so, Brianna, you got to come and get your hat. It's over here. You left your hat. So long it doesn't leave long blonde hairs on my shirt and stuff. Then we're okay. So, good to see you all. Glad you're here. And how many of you dream? Do you dream at night? Sometimes I have epic dreams. Or as they say in Ireland, fucking epic dreams. And they last, days and nights. And I think about them days later. Then other nights I know I'm dreaming and I can't remember a damn thing 2 minutes after I wake up. It seems like I'm going through one of those phases right now where I'm not remembering my dreams. But that your brain is working. Rhonda says that she flies in her dreams. Rockin' Rhonda flies in her... Look who came over. Oh, my goodness. That's how close they live here. Come and get your hat. There's Brianna. What you wearing? What's that say? Harley. And so, welcome to the show.
Hello, friends.
Isn't it nice to have a live studio here where you can just walk into a radio show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Don't forget your hat. Remember, that's a collector's item too, but the red one's the real collector's item. So I haven't had anybody in any establishments yet try to walk up to me and knock my MAGA hat off my head. So there you go. That's I think big cowards would do that to people that they think are weaker than they are. I don't think anybody would walk up to me and knock my hat off my head. That looked pretty good when it was down off your face. Did you just try to hit me?
No.
Oh, okay. So she's my surrogate wife for the moment, who usually makes an appearance, but I can't treat her like a surrogate wife.
John's outside.
I have to just be polite and nice, and John's probably watching.
He is.
So there you go. And just saying hi to everybody. Do you dream? Do you have dreams at night? Do you remember your dreams?
I do.
What kind of, how would I say, what kind of dreaming do you do? What's the most profound recent dream that you've had that really sticks out in your mind and really stuck with you? That's my wife. Back off. That's John over there. Yeah, that's your wife. Here, that's your wife. She's my surrogate wife tonight. So, oh, John, are you out there still watching?
Yeah, he's fixing our kayak.
So I can use her as my surrogate wife at the moment because my wife's at a Cub Scout meeting.
Yay.
So there you go. Yay, she says. And so anybody got an extra kayak, by the way? You'd have to be local because you got to run it over to John and Bree. They've got one kayak. They need two. Hey, Jewelatica. Good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Nice to see you. I don't know if you've not been here or if you've been here and just not come into the chat room. Good to see you. And who else we got going on in here tonight? Doug Stack. Doug Stack, I already saw him. Morgan Snow is here. Good to see you, Morgan. I don't see everybody slip in. So if I miss you, it's not by active omission. It's just, I just didn't see you. So let's see what else we got going on tonight. This is the live chat right here, Bree.
That's the one.
And over here is the one that's got a little delay on it because it comes off of YouTube. So actually, this is a live show. It's just live 10, 11 seconds later for everybody over in the chat room. But I can see you live on StreamYard.
Field Guy's here too.
Field Guy, how you doing? See, I need a producer.
He's way up there.
I need a producer. Good to see you,
And
Field
Scott
Guy.
Allen.
Scott Allen is here. Thought of you today for some reason. I can't think of what it was. I was just doing artwork and I thought of Scott Allen. So there you go. He's an artist too.
Oh.
And a musician and other things.
I'm probably better.
You're probably better?
Yeah.
You're a better artist?
Yeah.
What's your art?
Stick people.
See, I can't draw stick people for the life of me. They go, you draw stick people or we'll torture you. I'll say, I don't draw stick people. Morning Crankers. Hey, that's Jeremy Hansen. Good to see you, Jeremy. Nice talking to you today. We had a nice long conversation today. So I hope your heart's doing well. And just keep a watch on it. Those of you who are friends of his, you saw some of his Facebook posts. He had a little heart scare this week, and hopefully that's all that's going to happen. Bree on, says Doug Stack. You know, since there is no audio to go with that, Doug, I have no idea what that sounded like or what that meant. So we've got a something held for review from Scott Allen. Stick people can have sex because they'll catch on. Can't have sex because they'll catch on fire. That's true. Too much rubbing together.
Sex is bad.
For who? Stick people. Sex is good. Sex is a good thing. So I couldn't even get a smooch last night. So, well, not till after the show.
There you go.
I thought you were actually going to touch me with that
No.
spittle on a hand.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, my dream.
Your dream. Tell
Do
me
you
about
want a good or a bad one?
Either or. You can tell both if you want, because we're going to talk about dreams tonight.
Okay. Well, it's about my friend Derek.
Okay.
How he always comes and visits.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's the one we caught the little EVP of.
We did, yes. And
a few months back.
Motherella and Rocky were doing a show that I was watching one night, and I asked her a question about him, and she said that he was there. He's always standing in our bedroom next to, it was either, I can't remember if she said it was the bedroom door or the dresser, but she said that there's a light from the bathroom shining on him. So,
and is this what you remember from your dream?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Motherella's pretty top notch, guys.
Yeah.
If you haven't talked to her or listened to her show, you should go over there and check her out. Let's see who else we got. So that's kind of your more pronounced dreams like that. Mm-hmm. Do you have nights that go by where did I even dream last night? Because I don't remember a damn thing.
Oh yeah.
So I get a lot out of that. So do you have recurring dreams? Is Derek a recurring theme?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then there's a nightmare that I have that's a reoccurring.
You want to share it? Tell us what your nightmare is.
Basically, it's with me and my kids and John. And we're driving and we get into a car accident. The girls go flying out the car and I'm trapped inside and John's nowhere to be found too. And I'm just stuck there. And then I wake up and I have this heavy feeling on my chest all the time. And it's terrifying.
And you wake up and find out it's John's head.
Yeah.
So
he's punched me in his sleep too before. And I dreamt that too. And it was as I could see him doing it.
Rainey used to have recurring dreams. When we first met, not when we first met, when we first started hanging out like adults hang out, she would have recurring dreams at night of zombie attacks. Now, I don't know if that's anxiety-related dreams, but she would wake up, she would sit up, and she'd be thrashing and punching. And I'm like, whoa, hey, wake up.
Did she watch The Walking Dead?
No, this was pre-Walking Dead.
Oh,
This is,
okay.
we're talking back in 2005, 2006.
I was
And
in fifth grade.
then she woke up swinging. She goes, oh, I dreamt I was fighting off zombies with a baseball bat. I said, wow. And so she had this recurring theme of fighting off zombies. And this was, again, long before The Walking Dead started.
Jeez.
And let's see. Matthew Sainsbury says, I've been dreaming of my dad. That's part of the loss, which I had recently, as we remember. Matthew, does he speak to you in your dreams? So, folks, hey, let's do this. I'm going to paste that link once again to call in. If you've got an interesting dream you want to share with us that you've had, I'm going to talk about dreams and their crossover into, in a sense, waken realities and what's going on and how our brains work. And so it'll be interesting as we get into it tonight. And I also want to talk about something. Oh, we got Steve Clark. We got Steve Clark in the wings. Steve, you're all white over there in the wings. I'm going to wait till I can see your visage pronounced on there before I call you in.
I'm always hiding behind the balloons.
Yeah, you got to step. You got to step this way a little bit, and that's what I always tell Rainey. You got to step over here, or you're going to be here, or you're going to be buried in the ad block over here. So I used to have recurring dreams. I had recurring dreams when I was younger that I was in the military, but it was all different historical eras. I remember Roman. I remember something else very ancient. I remember what looked like the Spanish-American War, the Alamo, things like that. It's not Spanish-American. That was the war with Santa Anna and over Texas. I've had dreams of being in the Vietnamese War, dreams of being in other kinds of war as well. And it's very interesting. That was a recurring dream. Now, that was a long time since I've had those, but that was more my college days. I used to dream about that all the time.
100 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
That's
We only
okay.
had black and white TV.
Oh.
So I was just mentioning to somebody today that somebody put up a post in one of the Star Trek groups of the original series, and they were showing all the books that had come out from book number 1, which came out in the late 60s. You know, where they did the little novels of all the series. And then after that, they started adding more episodes that weren't part of the series. And I remember my first week home from college in 1980.
I wasn't born yet.
You weren't born yet. Rainey was barely born. She was born in April of 1980. So I was home in May of 1980 when Rainey was about a month old. And I got every one of those books from the library, and I sat in the big easy chair for about a week, and I read through all those initial novels. Now there's been 100 of them since then, but now we got Field Guy as well. Steve, I don't know if you're actually there. I'm going to add you to the stream for a second. Steve, are you there? I don't think you're there. I can't hear you, Steve, and I can't see you. So I'm going to drop you out of here, and let's bring up Field Guy. And Field Guy, how you doing? What's your dream, brother?
Dream? Well,
What kind of dreams have you had?
Lately I've been dreaming of like past jobs from 10 years ago.
Really?
Like going to like having a full day, like going to a place, talking to people, and waking up and going, where the heck have I been? I don't like where this is
We're
going.
talking here. You just keep talking.
Okay. How's the weather?
Hey, it's good. How's yours? You got a hurricane over there yet?
No, it's going towards Florida. It's been lightning, thunder, and rain every day.
And I know you've had rain, a lot of rain out there. We finally have gone from drought to tropical rainforest in my front yard. So
well,
there you go. It is.
Despite all the rain and thunder, it's still 95 degrees out here. So
Yeah.
Although they say a cold front's coming, which is going to put us down to 90. So,
Yeah.
But today it stormed. Lightning bolt. I caught it on camera. I caught it on my phone.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you caught it. Are you like Zeus's other kid? Zeus's prodigal son?
I was sitting in front of a bay window at work, and I saw a lightning bolt
stepbrother
hit a flagpole. So,
oh, nice.
There's a giant flagpole.
Lightning rods. That's all they are.
Pretty much.
Lightning rods.
Well, it's a big, vast area of land that they call a outlet center, which is sort of a glorified mall. And there's flagpoles everywhere.
I'm sorry.
And it hit the flagpole and just
poosh.
It was cool.
There
I just happened to have my phone out and I just recorded it. I think I might put it on YouTube. Don't know yet.
Right on. I
need people to watch it though.
Yeah, put the ad out there. We'll watch it.
Sure.
So I was just curious how your dreams are they vivid and they carry you throughout the day? Do you forget them easily? That kind of thing.
I remember my dreams when I wake up. About a half an hour later, I couldn't tell you anything in detail unless I write it down.
Yeah.
Generally. Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid or a teenager, I used to have the weirdest dreams of like I don't know, like stabbing my friend or kind of like weird dreams, like stuff that doesn't make sense. Like,
sure.
Like he would dream that about me, like, oh, I saw you die yesterday. And I'm like, yeah, I saw you die too. Just weird.
I had a guy that was a friend of mine a while back, and we lost touch after a while, but we were friends for a decade. And he told me that he used to have dreams that he and I were brothers, and in various time periods, and he always ended up killing me in his dream. And I thought that was kind of odd. And he thought he was remembering past lives, that there was something that his brothers we were trying to work out. And you leaving, Bree?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say goodbye and take my spot back, but if you're coming back in. And so I had dreams like that.
It's just weird.
I had, Bree brought up, it's an old shoe. Here, hand me that. Bree's looking at my garbage can and she's going, what's that? And so it's a shoe with, I think it's old dried SpaghettiOs sauce on it. And it was sitting on my chair. So I picked it up and threw it in the garbage.
I stared at shoes all day today, and now you're showing me a shoe.
You working in a shoe store? Shoe plant? Shoe factory?
Shoe store.
Shoe store. All right. Ma'am, I think this... Here, hand me that shoe. Let's check on... That doesn't hold much wine when I drink out of it. There's one of Rainy's sandals.
That's my shoe.
Oh, that's your shoe. I thought it smelled different. It was like, I don't recognize that.
It's a different odor comes from it.
So here you go, field guy. Here's your training session. So Bab, I have found this perfect shoe for you. This is something that will enhance the height of your leg, thus attracting all males into your vicinity. It does show a lot of ankle, but I think we've gotten past that these days. And I think it's got your color. It shimmers. It's like gold. Mm-hmm. And so my name is Field Guy. You can try this shoe on. I can find this in, what are you, about a 13 triple wide?
Oh, yeah.
You can find that in a 13 triple wide for you. There you go, Field Guy. Is that what you do all day long?
Mostly that and just trying to check out people. No, most of the day I just stand there and look. It's just me and my boss, and we bullshit about stuff. She don't care. I mean,
well, there you go.
It's just whatever.
Active store, I see.
So, well, it was back to school was active, but all the kids went back to school. So
that's funny. They're starting school really early this year in a lot of places. I got friends all over the country. Their kids are going back to school already.
I think we're the first or the third.
We go on the 31st, our kids.
Most of them went back last week. The private schools out here started yesterday.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
That means you get out the 1st of May. Hopefully. Or you get long winter vacations.
Yeah, they let the kids out the end of May anyway, but
Yeah.
they're already school started last week and they're already kicking some kids out of school with the COVID already.
Well, there you go.
That happened last year to Haley.
Yeah.
And she was constipated.
Oh, that's all. I remember that.
Yeah, they made me test her because she was hot in her stomach.
Oh, she was constipated.
Our esteemed state is leading the nation in COVID because
Louisiana?
Yep. Because 60% of the people think it's a bunch of hooey and the other 40% really don't care. Even though there's a federal mask mandate, nobody wears the damn mask. No one's getting shot. No one cares. I mean, I got it because getting a job. They didn't mandate it at my job, but our governor is trying to mandate it. You know, you could ask Doug about that. Our governor is Biden named him to the Council of Presidents a couple of months ago. So he's like a Democrat. We are the only state to be run fully by Republican and have a Democratic governor. I don't understand it.
Well, nobody understands why Biden made it into office either. So there you go.
I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know. We're all trying to.
Well, I've got an interesting article I was going to hit last night. I'm going to hit it today, and that.
I smelled you.
Oh! How do I smell?
I thought you.
You got to smell like right here.
No.
Smell right here. All right.
John hasn't jumped on. Get back over here.
Yeah, really.
We're supposed to be fixing the kayak.
Your wife is burying her face in my armpit, John. I don't understand it. What does this mean in your family? So I got an article I'm going to read. So Field Guy, I'm going to let you go because you prompted me to think about this when we were talking about masks. Good to see you, brother. And Steve Clark, if you get back on, or you can try to get back on, try again. I could not see you. I could not hear you. So you're welcome to come back in and try again. Let's see. There is, I think it's this article. No, not that one. There it is. There's a doctor out there that says the Delta variant symptoms differ from the original COVID strand. Now, we already know that. Haven't we heard that all over the Delta variant's coming? This is different. Yeah. Now, all I started hearing about the Delta variant is that there's nothing different about it other than it's easier to catch. And so you have to ask, if people are vaccinated, if you chose to get vaccinated, you shouldn't be able to catch the Delta variant. If you have had it and you've got immunity that's built up, shouldn't be able to get it. But in Baltimore, the Delta variant symptoms are different from the original strand of COVID-19. A Johns Hopkins doctor says. That's Dr. Gabe Kellen, the director of emergency medicine at Johns Hopkins. And he said the initial symptoms from the original COVID-19 strand were similar to the flu. Still, he said, symptoms from those infected with the Delta variant are more like a summer cold.
I think John's.
How about that? A majority of these cases, he says, start with sniffles and sore throat. Like whatever you just did to my sleeve. He said, and even among healthcare workers, we know many thought, well, this is just a summer cold. Well, it's not the way COVID is really supposed to present. And ultimately, it turned out they had COVID. Now, this is the Delta variant they're talking about. This much more contractible version of COVID. That's now all the rage and all the lockdowns are being talked about and all that. Now, Dr. Kellen said that the symptoms are similar, but the key difference here is the key difference between COVID-19 from last year and the new Delta variants. The key difference is that people infected with the Delta variant may not lose their taste or smell. That's the key difference. You might not lose your taste or smell. He said the different symptoms could lead people to spreading the virus without them even knowing. And in Maryland, nearly all new cases are from the Delta variant. Now, Dr. Kellen said it's important to get tested, even if you think what you have is just a cold. And if you have symptoms, don't assume that this is a summer cold. Remember when I was sick a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I coughed for 3 weeks? They didn't even test me for COVID. I didn't even think about that. They didn't
Seriously?
test me at all. I said I was coughing. I went to the doctor because I couldn't breathe if I'd go into a coughing jag, it wasn't like I was suffocating, but I found that it was hard to catch my breath. And then I was back to normal. Well, they didn't even test me. But what if I had the Delta variant? Hi, Rainey.
Hey,
I got a surrogate wife tonight.
cool.
And you can come and step in anytime you want.
You can kick me out. Was my husband still in the driveway?
I'm going to tell you.
In his kayak, yes.
He's still sitting in the
He's
kayak.
sitting in the kayak, having a smoke, and all of that. Look at this. Am I the luckiest kid in America right now?
I don't know, are you?
I don't know. Am I?
Oh, now you are.
Oh.
Ready?
Ah. One goes for the nuts, one goes for the nips. So that breaks down our serious talk for tonight. Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing.
So let's see. I can't do it to her, but she can do it to me.
You never touch a woman's nipples.
I didn't touch your nipple.
You never pinch them.
Never touch a man's balls unless we go, please.
You say please all the time, you weirdo. Hi,
Yeah.
Barbara D.
Come this way just a little bit so you're not hiding behind the ads.
That's fine. I'll just.
And so I was just finishing this stuff on the. I felt that. If you have symptoms, don't assume it's just a summer cold, he said. Even if your symptoms aren't very strong, what you want to do is make sure you're not spreading COVID to someone else who's going to have a very bad outcome. Dr. Kellen said the bottom line is to get the vaccine, which is highly effective against the Delta variant. So with this new variant, the Delta variant, and the vaccine's highly effective, why the new mask mandates? Anyway, different topic. So he said that the best way is not only to protect yourself, but the people around you. It's not about only you, he said. You can infect someone else and kill them unknowingly. You're spreading viral bullets if you're infected, and you may not even know it. You can find a full list of the COVID-19 symptoms by going to a link they provided on their site here, which I don't know what it is. So I'm going to close that. But remember, did you get what he said the main difference is between COVID-19 as we've understood it for the last year and the Delta variant? You might not lose your sense of taste. And that's about the only difference in it.
So
But you
if I
can spread it.
get it. Will I get my taste back?
Maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I lose my
Once you
sense
lose
of
your
smell
taste,
all the
it's hard to
time.
get it back.
Shut up.
My hand automatically goes to the protective stance. Stop touching me, lady.
Whatever, you like it.
Help, she makes me touch him. Stop. She makes me nervous because it isn't always loving caress. So if this is what you come to this show for, you're getting an eyeful tonight. Woo. And she's like, don't touch my breast so much. I'm like, excuse me.
Just my nipples.
Ouch.
Can't touch my nipples.
I won't.
Except you do.
Except I do. And it's a good thing. So there you go.
No, it's not a good thing. I don't know.
Bree, you're safe around me.
Not rainy.
Not safe around Rainy, though.
I don't ever touch another lady's nipple.
So,
I don't like mine squeezed.
That's a no-no.
A lot of guys' fantasies just went flat when you said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. So,
Sorry, not sorry.
so there you go on the Delta variant, folks.
Uncle Dave yelled at us.
Oh, did Uncle Dave yell at us? What do you say?
Yeah.
Kids! Sorry. Ow! Will you stop pinching my nipple? It's already, like, bruised. So you pinch my ear. Thank you.
Let's see how bruised your nipple is. Let's look.
No, I'm not going to look. I can feel it. It's throbbing.
Let's see. Let me feel it.
Keep your hands away from me. So, anyway, there you go. Hey, Corey Blake, good to see you. Latch and key, he said. Nothing flat over there. Roger Rabbit, you are so spot on.
Oh,
So,
John commented.
What'd John say?
Boring. I'm going to bed.
Okay, bye.
Okay, good night, John.
Are you done sitting in your kayak in the driveway?
We were both in the kayak right before I ran over here.
I don't want to hear about that.
Did you hear my awesome singing on the way in?
Beautiful. I didn't
Yeah,
hear.
it
The
was
neighbors
beautiful.
opened the garage, so it must have been really good.
Nice.
What the hell?
Morgan
There's
Snow
somebody
said,
yelling outside, open the door.
Morgan Snow says, my oldest wants me to get the jab. I told him I was in the control group. That's a great answer.
Sorry.
I'm in the control group. George Takei, formerly Sulu on the original Star Trek, he told everybody today that you're a murderer and a menace if you don't get the vaccine. So I wrote to him and I said, what about those people who can't get it or that have already gotten immunity on top of it? And I said, I suppose we're still a menace. Please tell me again how I'm still a menace. Hey, Doug Stack, how you doing, brother?
Busted.
You're in trouble.
You caught me.
He caught you.
You caught me.
So what's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. Just running around, having a good time stabbing my thumb at work.
Oh, nice.
How'd you
Stabbing
stab
your
it?
thumb at work.
I was trying to get a cap out of a socket and using a screwdriver. I stabbed it into my thumb.
Ouch.
Ow.
Ouch.
Get stitches?
Yeah. No. I just rubbed some hand sanitizer on it and kept going.
Yeah. Well, that'll do. Little super glue.
Oh, of
That'll
course.
help too.
Super glue and duct tape. That's how you do it.
Something like that. So I'm still nursing my lack of toenails on my two big toes. So those are all bandaged up, but no stitches.
Fun stuff.
Not that that's really interesting content for the show tonight, but I'm just saying. So
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
I wanted to tell you two things.
Tell me.
First off, the man, there's an echo. First off, I can't hear it.
Are you having an echo? Are you getting feedback from the show?
Oh, now I froze.
Uh-oh, now he froze. Doug, call us back in if you regain connectivity. Call us back, and we'll give it a try again. So I just kicked him. Man, that sounds so negative. Kick guest from studio. So what are you doing?
Yeah, just sneeze.
Oh. I thought like
Bang, bang.
I'm
Don't
doing
touch my
anything here.
weenus.
Yeah, sorry.
I should just go get a drink and let these two entertain you for a minute.
So, yeah. What are we talking about tonight?
I was talking about dreams. I got to talk about your zombie dreams, your repetitive dreams, waking up swinging.
Cool.
And
I'm not a zombie.
you are not a zombie. And so I was going to talk about, I'm going to talk about that as we get into it, now that it's 9:40. I wanted to hit a little bit of Ben Shapiro tonight.
Who's that?
You know who Ben Shapiro is.
Maybe.
So maybe I do, maybe I don't. So I was going to do that.
Really?
Scotty, I cannot get a connection with the call.
Oh, man.
Steve Clark said, sorry, brother. You can keep trying. I'm not sure what's going on. The link works. So I did see you pop into the wings, but I couldn't bring you up. So let's see.
Circle of
The
death.
camera's trying to focus on all three faces.
Field Guy had an echo, but he ignored it. The echo will come from, I need to put on a headset when I'm talking to people when they call in. It doesn't always do it, but you're getting feedback from the show into the microphone. And then it's delayed a little bit by the time it gets to you, a half a second, and it creates an echo that's very distracting, very disturbing. So yeah, that's what we were going to talk about tonight. So I was going to ask you about dreams. What kind of recurring dreams have you had? The idea that we're talking about is how dreams are really psychologically a lot more aligned with our realities than we think they are. So, and science is finding this out. Psychology is finding this out. So what are some of your recently, not so much, when I was 28, I had this dream. What kind of, have you been having any dreams more recently that you could say, so you could latch onto a recent event and say, this was really strong. It really stuck with me. for days, or are you forgetting a lot of dreams?
I couldn't tell you what I've dreamt about the last few days, but they've been crazy and vivid. But my one big recurring one that I've had for a few years, but I haven't had for a while, is throwing something up. It's in my throat. I can't get it out, and then pulling strands. It's just strands of, I don't know if it's skin. I don't know if it's skin from my throat. Sometimes it starts as skin from my throat, and I pull it from the roof of my mouth, and it just keeps pulling. And it gets bigger and bigger to where my mouth, I can't breathe. And I'm just pulling and trying to keep myself calm in my dream and relaxed, knowing that it's just a dream and I'll wake up. And that's my biggest one. There's something in my throat. And it's stuck and I can't get it out.
So lean your head back on the leather.
Am I eating my hair in the middle of the night? Ugh.
Lean back on the leather pillow and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
So
you asked about recurring dreams. That's just that's my biggest one. It's always something with my mouth, with my throat, and trying to pull it out and it's stuck and I can't breathe, and it's crazy.
Yikes.
Jeez.
So I know a lot of times you wake up and you go, wow, I had wild dreams last night. And I'm like, was I there? And you're like, yeah, you were there, or no, you weren't there.
Well, you automatically, I think, go to sexual.
Well, when you say not anymore, I don't. I joke around with you about that a lot.
Yeah.
I had wild dreams last night. I'm like, was I part of it? No, but you'll say that a lot. You'll wake up in the morning and go, I had wild dreams last night. And so I'll ask you, what's your dreams? And sometimes she can remember them. Sometimes she's like,
well, even napping. I did this afternoon. I napped and I maybe was sleeping for all of 10 minutes, but I had a crazy dream in my nap. I can't remember it because I didn't commit it to memory. You just wake up and go and forget everything. But
I remember when I was in Utah, I was in Wyoming, and I had that weird dream, and I called you up. I dreamt that Rainey and all the kids were killed in a fiery car accident. And I saw the accident take place, although I wasn't there. I was observing it. And then I saw myself. I had to be at the morgue to identify the burned bodies. And I fell to my knees and I was just bawling. And I woke up bawling. And I thought, what the fuck was that dream about? And it was like 2 a.m. I had to call her up. And she said, you just talk as long as you need to talk. And she, wow, it took a while to come down from that. I think even the next day, that dream stuck with me. It was pretty bad. So, and I thought, why do you get a dream like that? What's that from? Because it's not, how is that connecting with reality? How's that connecting with your subconscious, connecting with things going on in your day? Maybe it might have had something to do with just being away and working away from home. So that was the first time I had done that like that. So, yeah, it's pretty graphic, Matthew. Sorry, I don't mean to cover you up there, Bree, but I got to lean over to see what people are saying.
That's fine.
Even Pilates' wife dreamt of Pilate's wife dreamt of Jesus and told Pilate to have nothing to do with Jesus. According to the story, she had a dream and told him to step away, step back off of this. So let's see. Carly Sagan. Hey, Carly. How you doing? That's Roger Rabbit's wife. And she says, Scotty, Rainey, Brianna. Everyone, good evening. Much love and positive vibes, she says. Keep that hand away from me. And so, you see, it's a full house in the studio here. When we get the new studio in the new house, you guys are going to have to come over and we'll get you set up at your own little mics and stuff. And so,
sweet.
Yeah.
I'm surprised John hasn't ran over here yet.
I am too.
Scare the kids if you do.
I scared the crap out of
them. Go to the sliding glass door and pull it open.
Yeah, really.
I just walked through the front
door.
door.
Go scratch on the sliding glass door.
Well, that's a kid and a dog.
And so, yeah. So dreams. I want to get into the talking about dreams, the psychological side of things.
I just took psychology.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What'd you learn? What'd you learn, Dorothy?
Dreams, and I fell asleep reading it.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's my arm.
No, it's
Hi, Rowan.
Your arm's there.
Well, I had that one dream once, and I think I
That's
told you
your
needed to
arm.
call your friend and tell him to look at something.
You've had a few of those.
I wasn't
can't
gonna
remember what
say
that
a
one
name
was.
because it's not my place to say medical concerns. But
Who was it? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember
Making
that.
me eat your hair.
And I've had people call me because they've had dreams about me, medical dreams or death dreams, even, and things like that. So,
Speaking of that, I had a dream about my grandpa dying and choking on his own vomit, and sure enough, the next day he did, and I was at his house.
oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So gross.
Yeah.
That's a horrible dream. Uncle Dave says, "Hey, Roro."
No,
He sees you.
no.
Yes. That's what he said. So, there she is. And so, Morgan Snow has to run. See you all tomorrow. Stay safe. Good to see you, Morgan Snow. Glad you could be here.
have a good night.
Have a good night. And what else have we got? So, when looking at this whole thing, I'm looking at a Psychology Today article that I pulled up on dreams are more real than you might have thought. And the whole waking reality and dream things are very different versions of the same things. Psychologically, they're finding there's commonalities between dreams and everyday life that provide clues as to how our subconscious is working, or our consciousness. And during dreams, we experience this awesome occurrence. It's the ability of the mind to turn pure information into a dynamic, multi-dimensional reality. And during dreams, waking hours, Lucy's in here now. Everybody makes their appearance one by one.
Lucifer.
So during dreams and waking hours, we actually create space and time with our subconscious. And it's not just operating within it like a character in a video game. We create that space and make it happen. And mounting scientific evidence to an astound... That's the dog, by the way, down there.
Come here.
There's mounting scientific evidence that points to this astounding conclusion about a familiar everyday or every night phenomena, which is dreams. And the secrets that dreams can unlock in our brains. Now, listen to this too, Rainey and Bree, the kinds of dreams you were relaying, and some of you who are relaying dreams. The secret dreams can unlock, ultimately derive the secrets that our dreams can unlock and ultimately derive from the basic fact that reality is a process that involves us, a conscious observer. We're many times, even when we're participating, we're observing our dreams. And we assume the everyday world is out there in a more real or independent sense than is the world of our dreams, that we play a lesser role in its appearance. It's like watching a movie sometimes. Yet recent studies show that day-to-day reality is every bit as observer-dependent as dreams are. And this is where they're finding that dreams really are mimicking our real-life experience, not just subconscious stories to keep our brains active while we're in REM sleep. And there was a book that was written, The Grand Biocentric Design, and they explained in that book that everything we experience is simply a whirl of information that occurs in our heads. That's in our dreams and also in our day-to-day life. And that space and time are not actual physical objects, but rather terms that designate the tools our mind uses to assemble information. It's kind of like the Matrix movies, only on a subconscious psychological level, is that we are creating our existence. We are creating time and space from within our subconscious. And they're among the most critical keys to consciousness. And they explain why in experiments with particles and properties of matter itself, they're always relative to the observer, as opposed to being objective, standalone absolutes. Now, take that and extrapolate that over into political life or political games that everybody plays or arguments we get in or family matters or everything that goes on, sex in a marriage or sex outside of marriage, sex with a partner is what I meant to say. because sex by yourself is still sex, but it's not with a partner. I'm way off track on that point. I was just using examples of things that we engage in, mowing the lawn, which can also be no, never mind. But all of that stuff is stuff that we create as the observer. There are no absolutes to any of it because we are creating the time and the space. And dreams and everyday reality are really the same process, because as we go around about our lives, we take for granted the way our minds put everything together, because the process is effortless in your dreams. It's all done for you. It's underlying mechanisms that are baked in and processed and hidden in the automatic functions of our subconscious. But you might not have suspected that this same process of fashioning a seemingly external 3D reality is the one that underlies our dreams. Since the realms of dreams and wakeful perception are usually classified separately, with only one of them regarded as real. They're rarely part of the same discussion, but there are interesting commonalities that give us clues as to how our consciousness operates. So whether awake or whether dreaming, I thought my wife was kicking me like, shh, you're talking too much. It was the dog. The dog's like, you're talking too much. Feed me. But there are interesting commonalities that give us clues to how our consciousness operates, and whether awake or dreaming, we're experiencing the same process, even if it produces qualitatively different realities for us. So during both dreams and waking hours, our minds collapse probability waves to generate a physical reality that comes complete with a functioning body. The result of this magnificent orchestration is our never-ending ability to experience sensations in a four-dimensional world. So in essence, what that's saying is that our realities would be nothing without the subconscious guiding our bodies through the actions. And it's the same, they're finding scientifically, it's the same function that goes on when you are dreaming. And so the genesis of the dream team, a dream realm, begins with the simple fact that all organisms sleep. Sleep consists of periods of dreams called our REM sleep, and also periods without dreams, non-REM sleep. And somebody creative came up with that. So we should call the dreaming part REM sleep and the non-dreaming part non-REM sleep. So when we awaken, we often remember our dreams, but we also have no memory of whatever was going on during the non-REM period of sleep. That's because during a non-REM period, the wave packet is so widely spread that most of its branches are deoccupied from each other, decoupled from each other. And there's no interactions or entanglements between them at all. And on awakening, you find yourself in one of those branches, experiencing your familiar world, not knowing which branch you just came out of. And so during dreams, however, the branches of the spreading wave function are not totally independent and decoupled. Once back in conscientious reality, consensus reality, then maybe memory has access to those other branched worlds. And we've all had the experience of waking up from a dream that seemed every bit as real everyday life. You guys have those?
Yeah.
You wake up and that's like, that was so fucking real. Am I really in, what's real? I've never had a dream where I go, I got to pinch myself to see if I actually am sleeping. I've never had that, but I get up sometimes. I'm making coffee in the morning sometimes. I'm like, didn't I just do this? Or is my wife here? Did she go to work? Or did I dream that?
Did you just make breakfast? What the heck?
Yeah. And so those kinds of things, that everyday life thing. So even if the sights and experiences were ones entirely unfamiliar to our waking selves, we can have this recall that comes that makes it seem like it was something absolutely real. It's that overlap.
I can't stop yawning.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bree. I'm sorry I'm so exciting tonight. Can we get you a pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I recall one looking out over a crowded port with people in the foreground. You ever had a dream like that? Further out, there were ships engaged in battle, like the military dreams I had. This guy who's talking here said, my mind had somehow created this spatial temporal portal, spatiotemporal experience. Jeez. Out of the electrochemical information. I could even feel the pebbles under my feet merging the 3D world there. See, I've lost them. I've lost the live audience. There we go.
Still here.
Oh, she's still here. They're both still here, actually.
I'm playing with Lucy.
She's playing with Lucifer. So I'm actually now, I've got my whole screen back here. And I think I may have been putting people to sleep over there. I hope you're enjoying this so far, guys. Hey, Amanda B. in Australia. Oh, Captain, my Captain, she says. Wake up, LOL. Star jumps and go. There you go. Good to see you, Amanda. Don't see you in here much these days, so I'm glad to see it. And anybody else shamble in here while I was talking? Amanda B says, dreams are weird. Where did you say that? I wanted to kind of throw that up and show some of what you were talking about. What'd you say here? Steve, it's full on, mate. Can't believe what I'm seeing and hearing down here. All gone bonkers for sure. You're talking, I'm sure, about governmental stuff. And I'm trying to find something you just said here. I'm going through your comments, and I don't see it. So I'm not going to spend any more time trying to find it, or that's all I'll be doing. So Amanda says, wake up. Dead people have the ability to invade dreams, says Field Guy. I fully agree with you. I've had dead people in my life invade my dreams. And we talked about contacts that are made while we're dreaming. Stealing clothing in your dreams, Amanda. I hope it's good clothes. I hope you go into high buck shops and get away with it. And so we dismiss dreams in general because they end when we wake up. However, the duration of the experience is a poor reason to diminish it. Certainly, we don't think our experience of day-to-day life is less real because it ends when we die. And it's true, we don't remember events in our dreams as well as we do those occurring in waking hours, but that Alzheimer's patients may have little memory of events doesn't mean their experience was any less real. So we've got to look at how it's turning information into a multidimensional tapestry in our subconscious. Dreams are far more than the spontaneous, random firing of neurons that some insist they are. They have to likewise be far more than the activation of random memories already contained in the brain's neurocircuitry. So true, dreams often contain a mix of emotions and things that we've previously experienced. But in dreams, there are often people, faces, interactions that the dreamer has never experienced before. Have you done that? Have you dreamt about people that you don't know? You may even be having heavy interaction with them. You're saying, why do I have this face in my dream? Where did this face come from? Is it somebody I randomly passed in a crowd and it pressed the image on my brain? What is it we're seeing when we see those random faces and we don't recognize who they are? So dream is an instantaneous, non-stop narrative that often seems as real life itself. And how could this tapestry of enormously complex interactions and scenarios be the result of nothing but random electrical discharges? In dreams, we're not just watching an external world and passively imprinting memories in our neural circuitry. How is it possible then for the brain to do this? How are all the components of the experience fabricated from scratch while dreaming? We're not observing events and perceiving stimuli. We're in bed asleep. Yet our minds are able to flawlessly create new people, new settings, new scenarios, new countries sometimes. new landscapes around you. And they all interact effortlessly in 4 dimensions in our subconscious. And so while witnessing an awesome occurrence, the ability, bless you, of the mind to turn pure information into a dynamic multidimensional reality, you're actually creating space and time and not just operating within it like a character. And so while it's easier to appreciate the astounding nature of the process that goes on in our subconscious and our brains when it comes to dreams, it's the same process that applies to our non-dream lives. According to biocentrism, we're always not just observing, but creating reality. And as in real life and dreams, the collapse of probability waves is a critical component of the multidimensional realities that the mind creates. And so now, new research by theoretical physicist Dmitry Podolsky, in collaboration with the author and Andrei Barvinsky of this study, one of the world's leading theorists in quantum gravity and quantum cosmology, has revealed something remarkable: that the presence of extended networks of observers defines the structure of physical reality and space-time itself. And so in dreams, we leave the consensus universe and can experience an alternate cognitive model of reality, very different from the one shared by other observers while awake. And so in dreams, the fine structure of the wave of function of the universe around us is delocalized and thus largely unstable in our dreams. This weird shit happens in our dreams. You can be dreaming about going to a wedding and talking to somebody who's part of the family and people you don't know and having a drink, and a pterodactyl will walk by with its wings folded and ask for cake. And you go, it's right over there at the main table, and you go back to your conversation without even questioning the pterodactyl. And so often there are these random, unstable images that can make themselves present in our dreams. And this explains why you often have more power while dreaming. The values of observables that are representing the basis of reality are more fluid. And as also explained in this paper that these guys put out, the presence or absence of observers influences the very dimensionality of the universe. So biocentrism says space and time are tools of the mind, and dreams seem to be only further proof of the truth of this statement. So if space and time were really external and physical as is popularly believed, then how would it be possible to create something absolutely indistinguishable from those things within the confines of one's dreaming brain? We think that our experiences at night are only dreams and that they aren't real. But dreams and what we perceive as reality are basically of the very same nature. And so by following the implications of quantum mechanics in an unbiased way, we arrive at the unification of everyday reality and dreams. And persistent puzzles regarding the nature of dreams and our own lives all fade away. So what do you think of those theories presented there? Our brains are actually operating and functioning within a tangible time-space dimension. And we also bring that over. Hey, Steph, I see Steph is here. Good to see you, Steph. Cuervo Queen. And what is this? Amanda B. 1300 or watch house. Watch house? Cops jail. Holding cell. That doesn't sound good. Steve Clark has to go and fix supper. Take care, he says, everyone. And you know what, Steve? I'm about to get out of here myself. So, folks, this was Thursday night. Rhonda, I think I saw her again. Rockin' Rhonda. Oh, she said, hey, Steph. I'm glad to have you here. Glad you were here through the whole show. Everybody who's here, thanks for being here. You don't know how much I appreciate that you're here. Scott Allen says there's a tequila shortage in America. I didn't know that because I don't drink tequila. But sorry to hear that for you, Steph, especially. The Tequila Queen. So that's it. That's all I got for tonight. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow night, we're going to come back and talk about more fun stuff like this. Maybe something even a little paranormal-ish or horrific. We'll see what's going on. So, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for spending it here with me. And as always, you know what? Live long and prosper.
You're listening to the Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent talk.